welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to season 20 of the RaceKraft Simulations V8 Veterans Split 3. I am John Van Ree. Tonight I have Ed Cullen, Mark Doyle, Reg James. How are we, gentlemen?
Very good.
Fantastic.
Very good, mate. Looking forward to a new season.
Definitely looking forward to a new season. All the action Fuji tonight. So already got 1,000 chat as well, so good out there. And we will have a quick look at this lovely circuit. Very, very testing and tricky circuit for a lot of guys. Starts on the start, finish straight, heads down into the aptly named first corner, where we take the hard right hander down the hill, sweep down through two, into the fast flowing Coca-Cola. Got to get that one right to set yourself up for turns 3 and 4. Sorry, turns 4 and 5, the 100R. And then we come on hard on the brakes again into the hairpin, where we just about reach the bottom of the circuit, and we come down through turn 7, through 8, through the famous 300R corner into Dunlop, which we can attack at full speed because we're not doing the chicane. And then we head up the hill into turn 11, where we come up over the crest. Very difficult to see where the exit apex is there. And then we come through turns 12, up through nets. Very, very tricky corner with the reverse camber. Catches a lot of drivers out. Then we come up through the Panasonic famous turn 14, where there's probably about 3 or 4 different lines to come around that corner, which does create some confusion amongst the pack. And then we head back down one of the longest straightaways on the V8 circuit this season. How'd you boys find the track?
Very testing, very technical, very testing.
Yeah, it was definitely a tale of two tracks for me. Half of it was okay, half of it not so good. So, but I was reliably told that that straight is absolutely perfect for a cold drink.
Yes, Bulldog did mention that every time, didn't he?
Just about every lap.
Anyway, let's have a look at the grid as well for this one. We'll grid up and start running through it. A lot of new names, a lot of new faces, teams, but we'll run through this as quick as we can. On pole, we had Jason Spriggs dropping down from Split 2 for Accelerate Sim Racing. Simon Haynes, the rookie, the man, the myth, the legend, the bloke who's been pestering the Vets Discord for the past 2.5 years, has finally matured enough to get a run. And what did he do? He put himself on the front row. So that's pretty much a dream for Simon. And then on the second row, we had Marty Hughes from Pacific Esports lining up alongside Aidan Rice from East West Racing, GMK Logistics. And then over the next row, we had Andrew Galley from DAG Motorsports lining up alongside Shadow Racing's Ed Cullen. Fletcher Christensen from Old Mates and Sons was in 7th, on Hasler from Angry Birds in 8th. Daniel Norris from Quantum Pecky Performance Racing. Quantum Pecky Racing. Keep an eye on this fella. He was in Split 1, I believe, 12 months ago. So it'd be interesting to see if you can find some of that form again. Lining up alongside him on the 5th row was Matt McMillian from WKMP Sim Sports. 11th is Synergy Sim Racing's Pete Kelleher, lining up alongside Shane Patterson for Nova Sim Sports. So he's changed ship there. New team, new challenges, new goals. So we'll see what Pato can do. But on the 6th row, he's off to a good start. And over the page, we go to Shadows Racing's Brett Fisher, lining up alongside Justin Wood from DAG Motorsport. 15th was Jason Dunn from SAR, lining up alongside Matty Monday from Fishy Motorsports. Keep an eye out for the big fish as well. I think he'll be another mover and shaker this season. In 17th, the man on a date who, sitting there watching this with Mrs. J. How are you, Mrs. J? The man himself is in 17th. He's lining up alongside Scotty Perrins from Quantum Pecky Racing. On 19th, on the 10th row, we had John Lee from Old Mates and Sons lining up alongside Simon Clapham from Frontier IT Racing. Dave Galley from DAG Motorsports was 21st. Craig Healy from EWR, GMK Logistics, a little bit further back than I thought he would be, but a long season ahead. Expect big things from Mr. Healy. And then lining up on the next row, of course, we have Mike Korolev from Oceanic Sim Racing. And lining up alongside him is Jeff Eddy, all the way from Akron in upstate New York, just near Buffalo. Great to have Jeff back, been a regular with us over the journey. And this season he's back racing for Team AJR, so keep an eye on Jeff. And over the page, James Cormick from Controller Motorsports lines up alongside some Muppet from WKMP. And then in 27th, we've got Neil Waters from Player One Sim Racing lining up alongside his teammate, Matty Beale. And Michael Hayes from Nova Sim Sports is in 29th, lining up alongside WKMP's Michael Power. 31st is Reg James from WKMP, lining up alongside Greg Shelton, who is now racing for Mustang North Queensland. So keep an eye on Greg. And then in 33rd, we had the man who probably should have been 37th, the Blue 37, Dave 37 Racing's entry, David Baldock. And lining up alongside him is Phil Marsh, who's racing for PJM Racing. And then we had Rob Baxter in 35th from Coast to Coast Racing. Sean Slater, a long way back. Keep an eye on him for being a big mover from Henry James Racing. And huge field for the first round, of course. We then had Tim Vermey from 1MLT lining up alongside Anita Buckland from Old Mates and Sons. Darren Vermey from 1MLT in 39th. Brad Anderson for his first race from Team SRW. Great to see him on the grid. Roger Longridge was in 41st from Player One. And then the man in 42nd listed there, of course, Dylan O'Shea, who jumped in as our safety car driver at the last minute. So big thank you to Dylan. Joe Mahoney was Marnie, right? Joe Marnie was also our race controller along with Bruce McLeod. Jeff Richardson from Old Mates and Sons didn't set a time, and Joseph Granshaw didn't start on the grid as well. That is our grid, boys. 45 cars, so it was a big field.
It's a good turnout for round one, considering of the track.
Yeah, cracking qualifying by Jason, just quietly.
Yeah, very, very good time. Been noted by quite a few people.
But hats off, still cracking time.
Oh yeah, you can't deny him. He has done very well to get himself up and running. He is there. Anyway, what we might do, guys, we might get myself organised, get the magic sheet up. Glad, you're just saying glad turn one is name first corner. Hard to forget. And we'll definitely get stuck into this one. And I'm going to light the wick and let's get this race underway. And reload. And we are absolutely racing. Great start there from Jason, covering off everybody pretty quickly. And Nick Hasler's involved in something. He's into the wall. Big whack there. A bit of damage, I believe. And
that's a bad case of two cars don't fit in the one spot.
Yep. That's always going to be trouble coming into that first corner. And it's just jumping back here with Jeff Eddy going through Coca-Cola. And he's into the wall as well. A new damage model already in play.
Welcome back, Jeff.
Yeah. And
Might have got a bit of a helping hand there.
Just going to move forward a little bit. This bloke here's jumped up. One of the big movers on the first lap, of course, is Rob Baxter. He's got a fair bit of traffic around him. Spriggsy's definitely cleared out by a second and a half here already. Bit of a smoke lock-up. And Slater on the grass in the background. A few boys a little bit wider.
Tricky corner, that one.
Very tricky.
Oh.
For Rob Baxter, that was.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Oh.
Delayed reaction.
We'll just drive over the front bumper.
Jason Spriggs is going to take a great handy lead from Simon Haynes as he finishes off lap one. 3 wide, a bit further back there with Aidan Rice. A little bit of movement. McMillian looking a bit racy.
Quite a few lines going into turn one as well. The exit of it, I noticed last night.
Yeah, he
Some
definitely
were taking it pretty tight. Some were taking it quite wide, using a lot of the ripple as a runoff. But yeah,
definitely plenty going on. Still very hotly contested, this little group here. A bit loose there for McMillian. Gonna go a little bit further back. Scotty Perrins is running in 17th. Scott here under a fair bit of pressure from Dave Galley. And Jason Dunn getting in the action there as well.
oh, he's on.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
yep. Oh,
Not the greatest.
3 into 2.
that's a rusty moment, that one.
Yep.
That's I haven't driven in a couple of weeks properly.
Head to lap 3.
Beautiful set of wheels on that WKP car.
Lovely long grid.
Pete Kelleher back of the battle here as well. Gonna go further back. Speaking of good looking WKP cars, got a pink one out there tonight.
You don't have to go back that far. I vaguely remember this moment.
Oh, it's a good looking livery, Reg. Of course, a lot of the guys stepping out and doing the Japanese inspired theme, which was really good last night. Got a bit of a lock up. Oh, Reg.
Yeah, I bit brake when he was coming back across, and I thought, oh. And then yeah, just stuck there, passenger waiting for everybody to pass. But you know, got some airtime, so
Good to see you kept off the
I'm
wall.
happy. That was my first thought. Don't hit the wall, not this early.
Yeah, I did it.
You're right, Reg. You're right. At 4. At the start. Mr. Baldock, now that the penalty sheets are up, yeah, I probably will show it.
Yeah, just on the car skins, big shout out to Fred Fisher. Represent for the Shadow Boys right there.
There's some very, very good skins out there.
Yeah. So shout out to all the painters. Little tap.
Somebody's just checking how wet that paint was.
Yeah.
I haven't had the opportunity to see the other 2 splits, but if the representation, the guys got behind it as well as what they did in split 3, it's definitely a lot more interaction than what I thought there'd be. So,
Just the creativity has been fantastic, hasn't it?
it makes it hard to know who's who, though. You've already got a handful of new drivers in the split as well, and then you sort of used to familiar liveries. I know they all change from season to season, but when they're completely different like that,
White was also a very popular theme.
white and red, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
There's a couple of good ones right there.
Yeah, see, if I was following that, I'd get hungry. That's a fantastic hamburger across the back of that car.
Can entice you to a Chubby Burger signature special?
Absolutely. It's a long drive, though. Don't be surprised if you get a few taps in the rear end.
Yeah.
If you're running that, people might get sidetracked thinking about the burger and miss the braking marker.
They
There
just
is
want to
it.
nibble.
Oh, I've lost the main man. Here we go. Of course.
Moses. Oh, I wonder what happened to Moses.
Just clip the grass or something. Then just have a look at the damage model on that front wheel. It's not round anymore.
Yeah.
Was that just a brake lockup or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Locked the brake, just sucked him in.
Very hard to drive when the wheels are like that.
Yep. What are we on? Lap 5. I've really gone back up the front, but Jason Spriggs has cleared out by 3.5 seconds from Simon Haynes. And Simon doing pretty well here. A rookie. I reckon he would have been a bit nervous.
Andrew Galley, going well.
Yeah, Andrew nicely tucked up in behind. He had a good run as well. Marty Hughes of Pacific Esports. You see how hectic it was coming through that line there on that final corner on Panasonic.
A few different lines in there as well.
And no one sort of argued, you know. One thing I liked is, you know, if you never got the right to go in, a lot of people didn't turn down into the apex. You know, they swung the gate, so it was good, clean, fair racing through there.
Have a look, Richo's up 10 spots already.
Nice.
Got a Nita in front of him.
Joseph too.
Yeah. Good battles pretty much all the way through the field.
Teammates having a crack.
Yeah, team orders
Good
there.
to, good to see they did it cleanly.
Don't hit each other.
Ed.
Yeah, no, we won't go there just yet. Thanks, Mark.
You can already see in some of the lines and some of the way the drivers are going about it that obviously the thought on the new damage model is forefront, which is,
What was that about team orders?
Oh no!
what's that about forefront of the mind with the damage model? It's certainly the cleanest first half a dozen laps I can remember for a round one in a long time.
Yeah.
I know I was very conscious of it.
Probably a good thing. It's a shame that probably hasn't come
Sooner. Yes. I agree.
Fletch,
here we go.
Fletch,
Oh,
PK in the middle. Oh.
Is that Jamie? No, Peter.
No, it's Pete.
I wish he'd put back his tennis ball.
He's really struggling to keep that car straight though.
He's running the same livery as the team boss now. Graduated him.
Like I said, Reg will have to get used to some of the car skins.
Yeah,
All changed again this week.
I was going to say they'll all change next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shadow's got a new one coming.
Yeah, I was just waiting for this replay to get through and load the new one up.
Yes.
Look at that, looks fantastic, eh?
I absolutely cannot wait for Sandown because
So the retros,
traditionally retro round is where everybody really pulls out all the stops on the liveries. So if this is anything to go by,
That's a nice one.
9 weeks gives people plenty of time.
Look at that. That one's quite great.
I sat behind him for a few laps. I got a good view of that one.
And at least it's not just all white and red.
No.
the boys did really well.
There. Good to see them get into it.
Yeah, Sean's creeping up that ladder now, isn't he? Look at him, 15.
Good.
Oh, Commentator's curse.
Oh, someone just got punted.
Oh, was that Mr. Bulldog going for a bite of that burger?
He had more than a bite.
Oh, I tell you what, that's a dirty act, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Does he redress?
I think he did.
Well, barely. I'd be giving him a drive-through by now.
Oh, there goes a couple of cut cracks.
I'm waiting for him to fire up on the chat.
Oh.
Oof.
So in the matter of 2 corners, I just got pillaged of all of my points.
They got a bit excited.
All my incident points are gone now. Thanks, boys.
He's now just left with a bun, a burger, and a bit of cheese.
Yep.
Everything else has been stolen.
Yep. No meat left. Those slates. I'm gonna miss it. Oi!
Oh, he's just...
Nice, they kept it off the wall though.
Woo. Big deep breath.
Big deep breath.
Yeah.
That's that corner you were talking about, John. Yeah.
Quick look, he's up 4 spots, Mrs. J. He's doing all right.
Is that Dunny there? Yeah.
Oh,
Room, boys, room. Oh, well done. Oh, the switchback. Bad timing.
There's more going on.
Oh, I was going to say any closer.
All right, Slats, I know the feeling.
Oh, well, there we go. Oh, yeah, he's kept it going.
I'd love to know what the was behind those 2 cars parked at the end of pit lane there.
Oh, it was off-putting.
It's like, guys, come on, just come on the track. We know you're coming.
Still some good battling going on. Mr. Ed in the thick of it.
You're chasing Pete down. So, you know, the guys that you normally race with, it sort of comes back. You know, once it all settles down, you get back in your little battle packs.
But I did find, though, getting pushed around a fair bit really did hurt the tyres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we all experienced that throughout the race. But it was great that the cars, you know, didn't self-destruct.
Yeah, from what I'd been watching, I didn't think we were going to get the full self-destruct mode that they were talking about. But, yeah, still got to be careful.
Yeah. I think any taps other than the front end, you know, like mainly the wheels, were pretty good. So if you got tapped around the back or the side, business as usual. But, yeah, you wouldn't want to hit a fence. So.
There's no need to focus on this, John. There's no need at all.
I was just showing Marshy's car. It's a good-looking car by Marshy.
Nice one, Red.
Yeah, no, thanks. It doesn't last.
That was a nice move.
Just a bit of a misunderstanding here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's definitely race rust on my behalf. And yeah, sorry, Tim.
I had one of those and went, you know what? I'm pulling out because I reckon this drive. I was on the inside. And
Well,
so if that was
yeah.
you.
And I
went, yeah.
I thought Tim was pulling out.
Yeah.
Because I'd caught him when he come off the track, and yeah, obviously he had other ideas, and it's just unavoidable.
It's a tricky one.
Any other corner that probably comes off a little bit easier, and maybe I was switching on
the
track.
exit. The exit's quite different, isn't it? Because it's such a tight exit.
But you know, I like it. I won't say I happily copped my whack, but I copped my whack.
It's a hard one. I mean, who's wrong? You both are there at the same time.
Well, technically, clearly I'm in the wrong. He had the overlap, and I didn't give him enough room. So, you know, it's on me. I'll learn from it. Always do.
I wanted to live another lap, so I pulled out. Fair enough, the car just straight across my nose through the apex, you know, and I thought, wow.
We're just going to cut the clip out of this little section where Reg said That's what he said.
Yeah. How you doing, Dave?
Good mate, good boys.
Saw you
I've been
slide.
wondering how long you've been sort of lurking there
I was
for.
just
but,
waiting for something, you know what I mean?
No, apparently no, he's just been adding to the penalty sheet the David Baldock incident on lap 8.
I thought you would have made
clearly, and that's a post race because I don't believe that Dave served anything in race.
No, I didn't at all. That wasn't in redressing. That was just me making pass of the century.
Absolutely.
He's not biting, is he?
No, he's gone quiet. There you go.
Get stuffed.
Good evening, Mr. Baldock.
He's back.
If you poke him hard enough.
Hello, in a bit of a drag race here. Honey on the inside as well.
Yeah, my boys.
There's a lot of tight moves in turn 1 there.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't make for some great racing, that corner.
It's an easy corner too to do an over and under, so
Yes, I believe that I may have heard about one of those.
yes, I do believe I've got a clip coming up shortly of the over under of the century.
Well, you know, just do us a favour, John, and don't forget to actually show up because, you know, we'll never hear the end of it.
Simon had another good looking livery as well.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a tell.
Good question, Pete. I didn't get a chance to have a chat to Joe last night in great depth. Dave might have a bit of an insight. How did Dylan and Joe go?
Killed it. They did well.
Did they enjoy
Especially
it?
when the split 3 boys don't make it easy. But from what I heard, it was some good racing.
Is that you mean when Dave Baldock doesn't make it easy?
13. Right.
Yeah.
Still
I think a
going
lot of
hard
drivers-
here.
A lot of drivers had a lot of fun last night, Dave. So
What we want to hear.
yeah.
Yeah.
Getting lined up. Who's this? Justin? Yeah, he showed some good skill last night, Justin.
That's a terrific line that Dunny's got there.
Mm.
Made it as hard as possible.
That's not like Jason.
I tell you what, there's only one thing worse than following him around the track, and that's when
There's having
he's following
behind
you.
Yeah, track, yeah.
I could actually feel him breathing on my neck.
Oh,
before
he
even gets
is
there.
relentless. He is absolutely relentless. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's great fun.
he gives it a crack. He don't leave anything out on the table.
I was going to say, yeah, he's not going to die wondering.
No.
But yeah, love my battles with Jace. Hopefully, I can pull my finger out, get a bit of seat time, and head up into the mid-teens and get back amongst it.
I went out of my way and introduced myself, so we're on first name basis now, just to get him as a friend now.
Dunny's all right.
Last time I tried to do a cheeky move over him at Watkins, I was on my roof. It was my fault. You know.
Here we go. Justin's got a good run here.
I was going to say, might have him this time. Each way bet.
Got the run. Well, he's backed out early.
Oh, he did.
He backed out of that. He had that.
One thing,
Justin had that then.
one thing I noticed about Justin, apparently he's only been sim racing for about 6 months now.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
he's quite new, but boy, he drives so maturely. You know, for a guy who's just like he's gone. No, I'm not prepared to take that chance. You know.
he might have experienced the damage model in the lead up. Thought I'll live to fight another day.
Yeah, so I spent a bit of time around him, and yeah, he just drives very maturely. Which, as you know, is the key.
Yeah, we're all capable of it. It's a Simon Haynes is saying that he used to run with Dunny on a Monday night with the officials and had some great racing as well. So
Yeah, great competitor.
just about everybody that has raced against Dunny says the same thing. So
Yeah.
hats off to Dunny.
Yeah, well, he's clocked up a few V8 vet races now.
Go in the pits, see by looks. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Yep. No.
Yep.
Yep.
Like a few boys in the pits.
Thinking about that time.
Yeah, I think
More
it left us
going
with
in.
left us with about a lap to go. It was quite funny. Me and Brett Fisher, yay! We made it through to the first pit stop with that. Dying. It was a big sigh of relief. Actually, we both sighed at the same time. It was quite funny. So any interesting pit strategies from you boys for the race?
Oh, I was damaged, so I went in early and proceeded to try and go long. So
Okay, so dictated yours. What about you, Reg? Were you thinking about did you have a set plan?
No, I just sort of, I was going, cut it in thirds.
Yeah,
Hands
that's
out.
right.
If there's a safety car, we'll sort of adjust. But I think I pretty much did. I pitted maybe lap 16 and
Yeah.
30. So
I thought, like you said, John, the tyres were good, but if you did slide or like that, they took a bit out of them. What was that? Oh, James.
James with a bit of a manoeuvre as the leaders had all just come in. What else rolling in now? So
Boys, they milked that last lap.
Spriggsy is about to come around.
Simon's just exiting the pits now.
Now, so Spriggsy got himself well ahead from Galley. He's about 7 seconds up the road. Your car's going everywhere there behind.
Oh, Moses just letting us through.
Yeah.
It sort of got jumbled around a bit on that first pits because the other guys come the lap later.
Yeah, so that was Jason Dunn's 97th race in vets. Those who talk about
there you go.
being around for a fair while.
We must have started roughly the same time, John.
Uh,
Because I know I'm about mid-90s.
yeah. Work that out for you.
in 96, Ed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one behind Dunny.
Yeah, so we must have. That's me team, mate. Only got the one this season. Had about 10 last season. Just won this one. And he was right on the cusp too.
Well, on the lap 17. It's just after all the stops. Everyone's around them out now. So Spriggsy got himself well up the road. Like I said, he's about 8 seconds now ahead of Galley. Going a clean set of heels. Andrew Galley in second. Simon Haynes dropped back to third now, but still in attacking distance of Galley. Matthew Monday in fourth, up 12 spots. And Fletcher Christensen is up 2 into fifth. Aidan Rice is in sixth. Ed, you're still in the top 10, mate, running in seventh. Pete Kelleher in eighth. Matty McMillian in ninth. And Brett Fisher rounding out the top 10.
Nick's done well, considering he was facing the other way lap one. He's got right back.
Yep. But also did pit very early as well, though.
Yeah, okay, so he's...
Yeah.
There wouldn't have been a fuel advantage, really.
No.
Oh, yeah, he could have filled up, I suppose.
Yeah. I could have filled up, but I don't think it would have got him where he wants to be.
He's out of sync a bit.
It's a long time to be standing
Let's
there.
go. Neil Waters is going well. Look at that. 11. Michael Powers.
Neil up in 16th, yeah.
Looks like Marty's had an issue. Hughes.
Yeah, Marty's dropped back. Have a quick look at those pit stop times. Marty, yeah, I think Marty may have got a penalty.
Okay.
There's 41 seconds stationary, or he's filled it right up. That's probably what's probably happened. It's probably sloshing full, I would say.
Yeah, quite a few of the boys. A lot of difference in times, isn't there? Look at that.
Very staggered.
Look at me at 22. I was very aggressive on the entry.
That's your stationary time.
Oh, that's it. Okay, I took 50, so...
Yeah. That's your lane time there. So, where are you, Ed? You were 58 seconds. So you were basically 3 seconds, 4 seconds quicker than the guys around you.
Yeah, I think I felt like I jumped Pete and Matt in the pits.
At 18. Cool.
There he is. Up 5 spots. Look at Joseph. Wow.
Boys, just keeping it straight. 2/3 of the battle.
I like how instead of the mobile sign, it's got soda. Might be a bit partial to a soda drink.
Blasting.
Oh, it's a brand name, isn't it?
Yeah. Bit deep.
Oh, curbs.
Yeah.
It's gonna come back here now, and I just get the chopper out.
Dave.
That great lines. Very well. Most we're looking at might be the next lap, I think. Next lap. Lap 19.
Jason with a 37, really flat. That's nice to
Yep. Pulled up 139 flat. Here we go. It. Hey, man's going to dive on him. Okay, I'll let him go tight, and then I will come back underneath.
Oh, that was a long dive.
That was the pass of the under and over of the century.
Yep.
It was the send of the century. He was about 4 car lengths behind.
Yeah, probably just lucky Dave knew he was coming.
Yeah. Anyone else would have been very dangerous.
And Galley and Haynes side by side.
smart about that one. Oh, someone taking a bit of...
Yeah.
Off
Move
mowing
on.
the lawn.
Move on.
Okay. Missing your Sandman skin.
Yeah.
No sand out there.
He wasn't worried about the sand, but he may have gone, whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's a wall. It's coming. Hey, Simon Haynes back into P2.
Let's see how smart the boys were. Give each other plenty of room. They weren't going to argue on lap 20, you know.
And a good little battle here in the mid-pack at top 10.
Panda. Is that Maddie's nickname?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so he slotted quite nicely back with S3.
Yeah.
I tell you what, yeah.
Monday into the pits. Oh, is that it?
Oh, you watch some of these Split 2 boys race, and yeah, they race with a different attitude, you know, because you come from Split 2. So they're always right there, ready to pounce if you make a blue. It was interesting watching him. Hey.
So, first one through. Pete doing really well.
Okay. He's a quick rider on his night.
The seat's still got the Gunter's here on the livery as well from Pete.
He couldn't race.
No, he had a few other things on and is actually in Melbourne as we speak. Flew to Melbourne today to do some driver coaching down at Sandown. So,
Oh, okay. Bloody work, getting way over your bloody hobby.
yeah, he's been a busy boy of late. So, hopefully, he'll be back next week.
Well, considering it's his round next week.
Yes, back to Bellar.
Yeah, is that continuing?
We are doing it. I'm not sure whether it's going to be that one or Spa. So, it's got to double check with him this week.
Okay. Yeah, went and polished up my trophy today. which race we're doing next?
Oh, it's pretty easy. Should know the track map pretty well by now, eh?
Well, it's me only ever win out of 100 races, mate. I think I remember it. I remember yours. I can't pronounce it, but I remember which track it was.
Oshleben.
Oh.
John Slater on the move here. Lee gets the job done. Ellie and Hayes still going at it. Lap traffic now coming through. Going past one of our new drivers, Brad Anderson from SRW.
Yeah, interesting colours. Green and red.
On a brown talks.
A very nice skin.
Yep. Morris,
Oh.
faster, loose and wild. Easy.
Yeah, it's great to see Dan, another fellow West Australian.
They keep showing up.
Everywhere.
We're sort of like the opposite scale to the Kiwis.
Hmm. Hazy on the move here.
Oh, someone covered him off. That's great.
Wait.
He's up 10 spots. Pretty slick looking. Oh, just a curb.
Off the wall.
Oh, yeah, the wall.
Lives to drive another day.
Well, have a good race, gents, and I'll keep watching.
Okay.
No
Catch you.
worries, Dave. Thanks for dropping in.
I don't know, that bloke talks how he is off.
Another move in the background there as well, Fisher. To try and get it done. Tight. And still side by side.
And nicely done.
Done. Head
See,
back.
Matt just lifted a little bit there, you know, he just... Yeah, see, Nick's out of sync, so he dropped back down from 11th down to 25th.
Side. Oh,
Little bit of a rear lock. Oh, Jesus, the slightest tap.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, Pete giving me a hard time here, as usual.
Very hard time.
Yeah. And he's done it a couple laps now. So that was one of those incidents where you went, yeah, I'll just, yeah, let him have that one. Most of the, well, actually, for nearly the whole race, we were like one car apart, teammates.
Having a look here.
I think I said to him, you have a crack. Team orders.
Here comes McMillian.
Yeah, and then he told me off. He's going, you're not supposed to let him through as well. I said, I didn't have a choice, mate. See, that's what I see. See, the split two boys can tell what's going on. So it was a real slick move by Matt there. Yeah, yeah. I think after racing Pete pretty hard, my tyres were a bit on the squishy side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I went, nah, no, I'm just going to pull out. Just
Definitely a track that
yeah.
didn't want to have upset tyres.
I mean, they weren't bad.
Or ride the curves too much.
And then poor old Pete, he took 3 or 4 laps to get past me, and then had a little off, and we all went past again.
Getting hard on the tyres, maybe, with him as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, yeah. That was a tricky corner, that one. So Matt's now in the sandwich.
Under a bit of pressure from Aiden.
He's a bit like a quiet achiever. We'll have to nickname him BP, old Aiden, I think. Did he come down from split 2, John?
I think he did.
Okay.
He hadn't raced for a couple of seasons.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, because I don't remember seeing him last season.
Was part of the old Taipan team a while ago.
Okay, yeah, I know of him. But just,
Used to be a teammate of Mark Dials.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was around last season, split 3.
He was he?
Last season split
all
3,
right.
yeah. But before that, he
All
was split 2, I think, before that. But I think he'd had a season or 2 off.
Yeah, because I just didn't see him up. I don't think he was a regular top 10 runner, was he? No?
Last season,
He was,
Yeah.
thereabouts.
Okay.
yeah, I was around him a bit.
All right, well, you definitely top 10.
But we had similar pace, Aiden and I, when we were at Taipan.
Okay.
He was always in front, of course.
Yeah, he's pretty quick. I mean, he's been going. Look, he's in fourth spot now. So Reg is right. It was a very clean race, really, when you think about it.
Hmm.
We haven't seen any balls of fire.
No. No safety car so far.
Yeah, a lot of the drivers did really consider it and got off the drove racing line and parked on the infield out so they didn't pull a safety car out.
Aidan Ross did seven races last season,
Oh, okay.
and he had 4 top 12s.
Yeah, I thought so. I didn't see him in the top 10.
So,
So he's gone. Look at that. Fourth, he's gone. Start this season off on
And 37 starts in vets. So, Simon now hanging on. Now back Pete Kelly. Pressure on Brett Fisher now. Moses in fast.
like you said, Reg. Certainly guys were taking different lines through there. The Justin's worked his way to 8th.
Yep.
Just
Done
by
very well.
being-
Up 6
Yeah,
spots.
just-
Yep.
Yeah, just being clean and staying out of trouble.
Hayes and
Yeah, Slate's going. Oh, he's gone. Oh, little wag of the tail. Yeah, I don't think we'll have the luxury next week of this race. Got plenty of space, plenty of room to just drive off the track and get your thoughts back together.
yes.
Not get caught up in other people's. Oh, he's up at moments,
a few starting the roll in now. This is the first one as the front runners, Ed and Brett. So was this a team strategy or?
Just like Reg said, we just split it by 3. So I think we went in with a lap of fuel left.
Running fairly well. Fletch. Good feet.
Pete nailed that last apex. Couldn't get any closer to that post.
Driving. Gonna run down here.
See that leads line out 10 seconds up front.
Yeah.
And look at the distance, Andrew and
Pete having a look here. Lap car's a bit loose. Hang on to it, Pete. Oh,
it's tank slapped it back the other way.
yeah. That's a big tank slapper for Pete.
But I think there was a car there too.
Yeah, lapped car in the middle of that as well. Go back. Slater and Hasler now. Close proximity. Hazy. Oh. A look.
Plenty of room given. Also, Slater's going with him.
He's having a think.
Yeah.
Opportunities there. You might as well look about it.
So I would assume that Nick would have been last on lap 1.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so he's done well to get up 17 spots. Look at Joseph. Great run, eh? 30 spots.
He's done well. Improving time you see him, Joseph. Great to see.
Speak of that, are we going to do driver of the day again this season?
Yes, yeah, we're doing the Chubby Ones drive of the day. Thinking about that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know he's a front runner so far.
A few more boys rolling in. Kelleher, Wood and John Stone. Back, Greg Shelton. Pressure from heels. Craig having a look. Changes his mind.
He thought about it, didn't he?
Keeping the pressure on Greg. Hasler goes this time.
Yeah, I wonder if he needs another stop.
Has stopped twice. Last stop was on lap 17, so he should have enough to get home, I would think.
Yeah.
It's just what state the tyres in.
Because he's up there. Oh, Joseph's jumped 33. Dave's up 10.
Done very well.
Oh, what Mick Power's doing, but he's just leapfrogged right up into the top 10.
Hayes, Galley, Fletcher and Aidan Rice now going in for their final stops. And Reg James, Greg Shelton, Darren Vermey as well.
Well, sometimes you really don't know track position until those last
Stops, yeah.
there.
Yeah.
At one stage, when we come out here, Brett's gone, we're in 24th. I said, yeah, well, it's right on the last pit stops. Let it all sort itself out. But he sort of got worried that we got down the pack to 25th,
Yeah, but got to see everyone in front of you is peeling off now. Kelly, Patterson, Norris and Power into the pits.
That's just me having a look where the braking zone is. Oh, look at Slate, 26.
And Spriggsy has come in.
What about Jason? Jason's got to come in.
Yeah, well, McMillan, Hughes, Slater, and Hayes, I think it is. Not Hayes, Slater and Hasler. Sorry, Slater have got a pit. Hayes has got a pit. Yeah, so there's still a few in that leading group still got a pit. No, Scott Rankin, I haven't heard the story about Rob Baxter in the hotel on the last corner.
Justin, give me the hurry up here.
Hey, Marnie asking is Spriggsy lapped the field yet? Where is Rob Baxter? Here he is.
What's he up to?
Coast to coast entry.
Another nice looking skin.
So Rankin's saying, so we're doing pickies to show off the new livery of the Baxter boys the other day. What do you do? Planted in the hotel. No, Rob here. Doing all right. Well, Rob could see Mount Fuji clear as day. We couldn't. Need a better graphics card than Rankin. I could see it clear as day. The great things with iRacing on some of the circuits, the detail they go into.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, just sort of background there.
He'd be knocked down 10 in graphics. Rob doing well anyway. Still circulating. Car looks straight.
Joseph's gone to 40 now. he really got the ringer out on that sponge, hasn't he? I mean, that's not bad considering he's had, what, one tyre change? That's 34 laps.
Yeah.
That's an impressive drive.
Yes, he's got a point on the car somewhere that's attributed to, there it is, under the windowsill. Attributed to taking out safety cars.
Yes, I remember it well.
I don't think you'll ever live that one down.
That's a Vets of the Century highlight.
Yeah. Like my move under a safety car, season 5 in Sebring, where I accidentally took out Christian Fletcher under a safety car. Oh, hang on to it, Rob. Stop looking at the mountain and the hotel and look at the apex.
He was just pointing out to somebody that that's the room he was in.
Ah. Lap out when we got there. Hey, Pete Kelleher, he's still running through. Still have Sean Slater to stop in our top 10, up 28 spots. And Joseph Grenshaw's gone and stopped now. He's up 21st, up 24 spots. The field spread out a little bit still, but everyone's still within close proximity of each other. a good drive. Slater and Hasler. Hasler's gone in for another stop.
Oh, he did he?
Did, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because it happened in lap 1, I mean, yeah, you can fill it up, but you're still going to have to be enough.
Yeah, it's a long way on tyres, I think.
You needed 150 litres. Well, I might have had, yeah.
Surprising how gentle we've been with him, Joe. Round 1, mate. We've got to play nice, round 1. Bulldog, we haven't seen him for a little while.
Up 5, nice. James up 2.
Pressure on Scotty Perrins here. Any Monday, think of it. Biggest mover, Scott Rankin at the moment. Michael Power is up 18. Neil Waters up 13. That's in the top half. And then Joseph Granshaw's up 25 in 20th. Bit of traffic here. Side by side. And where you going to go? Oh. Thread the eye of the needle by Matty Monday.
Oh, well done, mate. You could have taken out 3 cars there. There's some skillage.
That was potentially going to be very ugly.
He took one for the team there, didn't he?
Yep.
Looked like a bit of a front end lock up there.
Be one of those oh, I'm fucked moments.
Yeah.
Made the right call going straight, and smart thinking by the guy on the outside to hot turn in as well.
Just his car skill not to be able. Do you see that he made that adjustment between the two of them? Unbelievable.
Yeah, very, very smart thinking.
Because he gets to fight another lap, you know.
Butts and heels. It's hazy in the background. Put up in something. Back to slats. A look here, bit of a look here, bit of a squeeze there. Does he hang on to it? It's back on.
That's funny action, isn't it? That's some serious good avoidance, good driving.
Very good driving there.
Craig Ely.
Out with Justin Wood, he's still under a fair bit of pressure from
Yeah, well, he pushed me, and then he was pushing me, and now I'm sort of pushing him a bit.
Mr. Rankins joined us.
But to be fair, Ed, like you're quite slow, mate. You do need the push.
Oh, mate.
How you going, brother?
Look, I had a little look. Look, I had nothing.
You know, the first thing he says is you're slow.
Yeah, no, he's right.
Doesn't matter. Somebody once told me, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story.
No good story.
I was actually really pleasantly surprised. I do love this joint. I really, really love Fuji, and I've loved Fuji for a very long time.
It's making for a fun replay, I tell you. Some real action. I don't think we've had much quiet downtime.
Well, I mean, look at the layout of the track and the overtaking opportunities. They're just about everywhere, and I think Ken Latta really showed us that. I look at turn 10, and I go, that's not an overtaking opportunity. And it's done. So...
No, 3 and the 1 can go.
It's, yeah. As long as you got respect from the guys around you driving with, you can really have a crack.
That was really relevant this race, isn't it? You can see it all the way through the field.
I must admit, I'm waiting for the first person to jump out next week and say, oh, well, the wall must have moved.
Yeah, it's a tough track, the next one.
I mean, I've got to ask Bruce. I mean, he probably wouldn't have known the damage model was coming. So, I mean, that's a tough call.
Track selection.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at it theoretically, if we move back, if we take Detroit and we move it back, say another 3-4 weeks, I think it's actually bang on the schedule because you want guys to settle into the new damage model, really get the feeling for it, and then go and have a crack at a difficult track. You know, gives them the opportunity to sort of bang their doors, get their elbows out, go what we can and what we can't do. Having it that early on the schedule is just never.
Yeah, it's a real case though that he had to put. Yeah. They had to put the 2 seasons in together for 2 and 3.
Absolutely.
So yeah, absolutely. I don't think they would have had any idea the damage model was coming. I think from all the stuff that I hear and everything else, I think everyone was thinking that we were going to be running Gen 3 this season.
I was definitely not thinking that.
I wasn't thinking that either. But when the rumours were going around, they were just about at the timing for it.
It's too close. I reckon you've sort of, if you have a look at it from iRacing's perspective, iRacing are going to basically have what they want locked in with 6 weeks to go. They will not, maybe a month out, they'll go, okay, this is definitely what's going in. We're going into polish phase. Yeah. It would not come into week 13. I think somebody said to me, Ford still hadn't signed off on it 2 weeks out. As soon as they said that, yes, definitely.
I think Ford signed off. I think it was about 3 weeks out they'd signed off, but then I think there was still commercial things to be resolved in between iRacing and Supercar. I think that's my understanding of what was going on, and then you can't just dump it and say here it is without planning for it and marketing it.
Okay, so I'm gonna swing you a curveball here, John. From a committee standpoint, we get the Gen 3 next split. What do you do?
Run it. Got no choice.
Do you?
Yep.
Okay.
Right out of the box.
Just because 2 reasons: fixed setup series and potential for there to be bugs on launch.
Yep. Still run it.
Still run it? Cool.
Yep.
Questions already been posed and answered, so yeah.
It's the
you've got no choice.
Pro Series had the same conversation. We had a sit down with the drivers and had a chat to them about it and posed it to them. A lot of those boys were around when the current car came out, and they all agreed that if they had 2 weeks' notice, they could have a setup and be ready to run. No, so, hang on to it, Tuesday. Yeah, so basically it's a pretty quick out of the box answer for you, Scott. You got to run it, because if you don't run it, everyone else is going to go to a series that is as well.
I mean, look, I think it's one of those things whereby
Ouch.
that's going to bend her. That's broken her right rear.
Yep. It's pointing in.
Yeah.
A bit of toe in there.
Just with the updates, guys, I was really shocked to see they updated this series of cars, because we don't get anything normally.
Yeah.
For them to update the crash model, you go, hey, you actually...
That was across the split and everything.
All right, so it was...
That wasn't just us. Our
old damage model is gone. Is gone. Full stop. There is not a car on the service with it now. So, my friend is in the same boat. Well, they may be boats. I mean, the only thinking that I would have on it is because it's such a unique car, there is nothing else like it. That gives you very little to work with and very little crossover. So that's my only concern.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a concern, but everyone's going to want to be in the new car.
Oh,
So,
Yeah.
from a committee perspective, let's say it's week 11 of this series, of this season, of this iRacing season, and they finally go, yep, car's coming. What do you do with the start? Do you start week 2 then of the next season, or do you push it back another week and just go, we just want to get a couple setups in?
We always start week 2 of the season anyway, so
you're just going to go with it.
yeah, just go with it. Okay, I've spoken with Jamie about setups. I've spoken with Madison about setups. Its setup may not be polished, but they can produce setups that will be drivable.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, it's just more of like what's your preference? What's your leaning? I think what a lot of people, if we have a look at the breadth of the community, and remember we're catering to over 150 drivers, plus fans, plus commentators, plus race controllers. That's all. I think one of the biggest things is, and this is something I actually wanted to chat to you about. I can't remember what I asked Dave. There was something I actually wanted you to come in and say hello about, or at least get some lines from about prior to next week's broadcast. But one of the biggest things a lot of people don't put in is actually, I'll watch this battle first.
Joseph's doing really well here, up 26 spots.
Yep.
Don't forget, Craig's no slouch of a driver.
Ooh, no.
Still not done.
And he made it, didn't he?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so the long and short of what I was trying to say is that there's, I think one of the key things that never gets brought up enough and a lot of people aren't thinking about is when you do and say things as a committee, you do them for a reason. It's that reasoning. Everyone goes, oh, they've just made that decision out of nothing. No, they haven't. Absolutely, they haven't. And that's, every question I just asked you was not framed at what was the decision, it was why was the decision.
And it's something that I've thought about, and I know the rest of the boys in the committee have thought about, and you got to remember as well with my involvement in 2 other leagues, there's a general consensus across conversations I've had, probably across 200 drivers. And I think most of them will all want to be running the new car. There we go. It's a heels.
Oh, that's that corner again, Reg.
Yep.
Yeah.
Multiple
Mind
lines.
you, they survived.
But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
That's what I want to get back to. It's what's the decision? The decisions are generally being made with the right consensus. I haven't seen a decision that's been made for the wrong decisions yet, but I guarantee there will be one eventually. If you hang around long enough, there always is.
Oh. That's the old saying. Decisions are... No, not everyone's going to agree with everything that we do. And... Okay. But a lot of the things that we do, you've got to be thinking across 3 different splits, and You'd look, and we've got a waiting list of 20 odd drivers for next season already. So
could you imagine?
Gen
Could
3,
you imagine
yeah.
if Gen 3 gets announced? That waiting list blows out to 40 or 50 drivers.
Yeah,
Immediately.
yeah, conscious of that already.
That wouldn't be an old windscreen screen that I can see in the car in front, is it, John?
Windscreen screen.
you know the sticker on the windscreen? Someone had like 2 seasons ago one.
Yeah, there was an old one floating around. I was going to bring that up later.
Yeah, just a private chat.
Yeah. Slatsy about to get passed by Nick by the looks.
Yeah, he got very loose coming out that last one.
Was he loose or is he trying to break the toe?
So Nick's done a sensational job to get this far back up.
Wash your mouth out, Jason Fions.
I thought the number of splits in vets was always one more than the generation of car. So you heard it here first, ladies and gents. 4 splits next season confirmed. Absolutely, I'm part of the committee for sure. Definitely 100%.
Well, watch this space, is all I'm going to say. There is. It hasn't been confirmed. It hasn't been confirmed, but there is a concept that, as we're on the final lap here, there is a concept that's being worked up. So, I will be posting something in the next week or two to the driving community to get some feedback and some thought process on. So yeah, we may have a unique split, a special split.
Oh.
Is it if you grab the ire of race control, you get thrown in that split every week?
Nah, it's not a naughty quarter.
I was going to say I'm more like the commentator. Get in commentators.
just quietly, masterclass race here by this guy. Masterclass.
He has done well. Done very well.
That's an awesome job, Jason.
And hats off to this bloke, the rookie,
Yes.
the 40-year-old virgin, brings it home in second. Andrew Galley,
Yeah, awesome result from Andrew.
yeah,
He's always
on the
got
podium as
potential.
well.
Yeah, got the potential always.
Matty McMillian in P4.
Yeah, showing his experience.
Yeah. And Fletch does well, brings it home in 5th.
That's a great effort by Fletch.
And Aiden in 6th. Good drive by him. Brett Fisher.
Yeah.
Finally
Yeah,
got past that Ed bloke.
You missed something during the race where I couldn't really go past him. I nearly took him out in turn 1. Oh, I actually turned him sideways. But he never caught it.
Home in 8th, Ed.
Yeah, stoked with the top 10, mate. First race up.
Justin Wood in 9th. That's a good result for Justin.
Yeah.
Now, these boys doing burnouts on the racing line just after the finish. I believe somebody may have got 17 penalty points and been penalised.
Oh. You mean incident points?
Incident points, yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, probably if you're going to do that sort of stuff, go do a lap around and then come back and do it. It's probably my key to that. Now, I haven't got any of the boys on the podium here to talk to, but that's all right. They'll all be grateful of everyone else and grateful of what we've done. Big thank you to everybody out in the chat as well. It's been a fairly busy chat, plenty of talk going on in there. And, of course, next week we are at Belle Isle. We just talked about that before. Probably not the greatest, being a week 2 circuit for sprints, but it will be sprint format. There will be sup regs going up over the weekend. Please read them carefully, because things will be different to our regular rules that will be in the sup regs. There will be like 1 compulsory pit stop, not 2 compulsory pit stops per race. Will be a different fuel volume in the car. and also a few other little things associated with it. So make sure you read the sups on how that works. We've got to make sure we get the setup right as well for the server. Apologies for that. That one's all on me this week. For those that were not happy about the server not being right. As I said to somebody, if that's the worst thing that happens all night, you've had a good night. Yeah, it was a good drive by Jace, so I'm interested to see if he can back that up next week. That will be the interesting one in itself. Yeah, so it was an interesting night, guys. I would have thought.
Just a lot of fun, John. It was a fun track. Yes, we were stumbling around and it got a little bit messy there at stage, but
could have been worse. Could have been
Detroit. It could have been really bad, but it wasn't. It was a lot of little taps, a bit of sideways. You could bring it back and race another lap. And yeah,
that was
there
good.
was a lot of respect given out there last night, which was awesome.
And your Chubby Buns Award, boys. Who do you think?
Oh, geez, it's hard to go past Joseph, isn't it?
Absolutely.
27 cars.
Yeah.
27 cars. And Dodgers Mayhem on lap 1.
Yeah, and all the rest.
Yep.
And was racing pretty hard there with, at the end there too.
Right, he's done very well. So, beside somebody at the moment, so I can't picture, but there it is. I'll reel with you now anyway, Rich, so you know. Drive of the day for Chubby Buns Burgers. If you are in the Sydney area in 8 unique locations, highly recommend them. I have sampled the product myself and looking forward to doing it again next time I get to Sydney.
And if you're not in the area, just have a look at the back of John's car.
Yeah, just don't eat it like Bulldog. So congratulations, Joseph, for the split 3 round 1 drive of the day. 27 cars is a fair effort in a race. Ooh, hello. Hello. Hello.
I pushed him straight.
28 cars.
28 cars, yeah. It was a good race had by all. I think that was a good night. My respective, it was great to finally get round 1 out of the way. Huge thank you to Joe Marnie and Dylan O'Shea at the last minute jumping in as well for Jason Chin, who's away. And Bruce, of course, we've got plenty of confidence and plenty of experience now with Bruce in race control for split 3. Really appreciate what he does there and all the other bits and pieces he does beyond a Thursday night race. Huge thank you to Dave Coleman as well for helping coordinate all of our race control teams. Got a few faces in there season as well.
And a big shout out to Scotty Van Loon for pissing off on holiday in the middle of admin season.
Yeah, pretty much.
How dare he, He's still putting post up in Europe.
Anyway, season is up and running. Enjoy, guys. There are 1 more rounds to come. Have some fantastic circuits as well. Those 9 rounds, which I'm really test our guys out. Particularly next week where we go to Belle Isle, like we said, bare concrete jungle, new damage model, even rubbing barrier now may hurt. The old days being able to bounce off the tyre barriers at Belle Isle. Road America for round 3, that is an absolute cracker. 250 k's there.
Looking forward to seeing Dave back at Road America.
I was about to say, if you get the chance to have a chat about driving around Road America, there's one man you really need to introduce to. That is Dave Ball, absolute master of Road America. Interlagos, that is a track. I did my first.
It's a great track.
Great track. I did my first race. Season 4. Interlagos, great circuit, good for the V8s, good wide circuit driving as well. Daytona, we're going to be there as well for 200k like a sprint race around that circuit.
On the oval, yeah.
On the road circuit,
Road circuit.
road course.
Oh, lost opportunity. Lost opportunity.
Yeah, I know.
Nice
Oh,
try,
no.
Scotty.
Monza, we go to the home of speed. Look at that as well. That place.
On the oval there, right?
Good try. And then, of course, we keep in that tradition, Imola, and then we go to Spa for our enduro round. That will be exciting. Goes around Spa, going up the Camel Straight 3 wide is always good fun. Always ends.
That's going to be a cracker.
Yeah, it'll be a cracker. Road Atlanta for a 150k race for round 9, and then we're going to finish the season off 250k's at Sandown retro round. So all the livery designers that have been busy, sorry boys, we've got 2 this season. But I'm sure
Have you got 9 weeks?
you got 9 weeks, but most teams already have 3 or 4
Yeah, from previous seasons.
or from previous seasons, so it shouldn't be too out for that.
Well, use your imaginations this season, boys. I think that is such a crucial round with all the discussions about Gen 3. That will very likely be the last time that you drive the Gen 2 in vets. We're not saying confirmed, we're saying very, very likely. So if there is a livery at some point through the history of this car, both for yourself or from Supercars in the real world, or for just anything that you want to showcase, put the love into it, because that will be your send-off for the car. And I stress put the effort in, because this car has been beautiful to us.
Absolutely.
And let's not forget that we do have a picture of the week. So if you've done a bit of work and you've got a snap of it on track, chuck it in the pictures folder.
Yep.
And thanks to Timmy Nickel.
Chuck it in there and get the best ones this week. Let's try highlight the Asian liveries as well. Fantastic, I think. Anyway, on that note, guys, we might wrap the broadcast up. And a huge thank you to Ed, Mark, Reg, and Scotty for jumping in for a chat. Huge thank you to people that were out in the chat as well, watching the stream. Thank you to the 150 drivers we've got in. And those guys that did the prequal and the guys that are sitting on the waiting list. Definitely things looking up, moving forward. Yeah, next season I think way off still, so we're already starting to plan next season. Up with that. On that note, say good night to everybody. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, John.
Introducing the RaceKraft PT1, custom-built full chassis racing simulator. The design project, codenamed The Cage, an 80/40 extrusion chassis sitting on top of a Sigma Integrale DK2 Plus 4-point full motion actuator system. No compromises in the cockpit of the PT1 simulator. To maximize the experience, we start with the 49-inch ultra-wide monitor for the greatest field of view in a small footprint of the simulator, down to the SimuCube wheelbase that's tucked up and behind the monitors with SimCore extensions to get things out of the driving area. Everything is connected to a Cube Controls GTX steering wheel with the built-in dash and all the extra button functions available at your fingertips. Driving through the Raceworks S1 pedals, the potentiometer throttle and the 2 hydraulic pedals for brake and clutch ensures you maximize the feel underfoot, and seating yourself into an OMP HTER bucket racing seat with OMP belts connected to a G-belt tensioner to provide that extra feeling and the heightened experience while you're driving. Additional interfaces and accessories in the PT1, we have twin butt kickers, one on either side of the OMP seat, as well as a Jinx sequential shifter, the SimPush Race Logic timer to the left-hand side, a RaceKraft built-in WinSim kit with Philips Hue lighting and a built-in soundbar, plus the OMP side net to finish off the experience in the PT1. The RaceKraft PT1, build number 1, the ultimate in sim racing experience. combining the best products in the market with the passionate, no compromise approach that goes beyond racing simulation.